OK， 这边马上要开始了啊。今天也不知道有什么东西，说实话。让我们来看看吧。
Hey, we are a small snippet of Squanch Games, and we are here to tell you how excited we are to be a part of the Microsoft Games Show Extended.
Showcase Extended.
You know, Game Showcase Extended. What's the need for the extended? Why?
What's the need for the extended?
Like, is there one that's not extended? And that's why
we're getting nods. There is a nod extended.
他问我们为什么需要有拓展版
without the extended.
So that's just
there's the normal one. I know what this is. Yeah. Well, hey, look, we're happy to be a part of it nonetheless.
稍等一下。到底有什么呢？现在的问题是，感谢大兴玩战地投的小花花。就 extend 了什么？我也没法同声传译呀，我没到那我还没那本事呢。我只能说一下大概的吧，可能。没有中文字幕。我看一下 B 站直播间，有吗？没有 ，B 站直播间都不播，我直接震惊，好家伙！官方都不播那边。新的故事，新的征程，新的世界，星空。咱辐射76面才挺大呢，天！辐射76还能占一个 logo。欢迎来到拓展版 Xbox 发布会。我们今天将深入了解一些最令人振奋的游戏，还有一些2天前的公布的游戏的新演示。我们所有的游戏都是接下来12个月内可以玩到的。今天我们将请上 Pete Hines 来自贝塞斯达。我们也将讲述历史游戏 Era Untold。首先，我们来看一下粉丝们是如何庆祝这场发布会的。Phil Spencer 给我们发来一个信息。啊，有线下活动吗？
I love coming to events like this. You can just feel the energy, people loving to come together as a community, their love of video games, the Xbox.
人们对游戏的热爱，对于 Xbox 和社区的热爱。
Gaming has this unique ability to bring people together.
游戏能让人们团结在一起。无论是对抗外星人，还是赢得一场足球赛。 我很爱听到人们谈论他们在发布会中最喜欢什么。这些东西是驱使着我们举办活动的原因。
Yeah, I think this is our biggest lineup ever in terms of just diversity of different kinds of games.
这是我们有史以来最多元化的阵容，来自不同国家地区、不同游戏类型、不同种类，有日式游戏。比如说《女神异闻录》，我们不仅仅有内部工作室，还有第三方工作室。我们无法抑制和小岛秀夫合作的心情。小岛秀夫对于电子游戏有着独特的思考，我很骄傲我们能在这么一个行业里。我可不是专业的啊，我可从来没做过同声传译。哎，这不模拟山羊的工作室吗 ？What the hell？ 模拟山羊的咖啡字怎么来？这还有新游戏公布啊，所以我的天。今天没有空播那个，这是个生存建造游戏，但其实这个类型的游戏已经很多了。他们，我去，不是这个画面，这个画质怎么有点？不是，这个画面是手游吗？哎呦我操！英灵神殿啊！靠，独立那怪不得。哎呦，英灵神殿！我说我怎么好像看得到哪见过一样？就说这主机版英灵神殿 ，Game Pass 直接进 Game Pass。Bethesda opened the showcase with a dramatic gameplay demo for Redfall and closed it with Todd Howard. 贝塞斯达以猩红陨落开头，以星空结束。我们还看到了来自老滚 OL 辐射76的拓展包。我们现在请来了贝塞斯达的 Pete Hines， 很高兴见到你。为什么猩红陨落和星空跳票了呢？希望你能说一说。我们不想让游戏在没准备好前就发售。你们辐射40可不是这么说。我们需要确保这两款游戏会达到玩家的预期。
how we work now largely remotely.
我们现在大部分还是网上工作，所以它确实有一些影响。但我们现在已经回到了办公室，所以我们就重新思考了发售日。这不是轻易做出的决定，但是我希望粉丝们能得到一款质量很高的游戏。我们也有足够的时间去完成这么一个作品。我们现在就直接开始谈猩红陨落。我想让你介绍一下 Arcane 工作室。Arcane 工作室最擅长于制作沉浸式模拟游戏。如果你玩过他们的《耻辱》《掠食》，他们有很多共同点，是真正令人难以置信的真实世界。当你在那些地方的时候，它 它感觉起来像是真实存在的地方。他们真正的拥抱玩家自由度，你决定如何做这个任务，我们不会指导你该怎么做，我们会把自由交给你。无论是角色、故事、各种各样的元素，我们都让玩家亲身体验。玩家拿很多游戏把它们改造成自己的。
How similar or dissimilar would you say this game Redfall is from the other?
I mean, look, on the surface,
你会说《星河陨落》和其他游戏有什么相似处吗？这是一个可以单机或者4人联机的游戏。
And don't get me wrong, there's absolutely ways in which it is different, but I think when folks play the game, and even when they see more of the game, I think they'll start to see all of those things about an arcane game that they.
当人们玩起这个游戏时，我觉得他们就能看到很多关于 arcane 游戏的相似处。
Dishonored for Dishonored 2 is their ability to bring all of those things together.
他们之所以赢得了那么多年度奖项，就是因为他们呢有掌握全局的能力。如果你想自己玩这款游戏，然后得到一个完美的 arcane 体验，那也完全可以。不过你也可以和朋友们一起体验。你可以基于各个角色的能力互相合作。你甚至可能会想试图以不同的方式去玩 Redfall， 有的时候自己玩，有的时候和朋友玩。我现在就要帮我朋友申请玩 Redfall 内测，可以把我放到你的等候名单上吗？我没法再等。
Now, between the trailer that we saw last year at the reveal, as well as this one that we just saw, I feel like Redfall reminded players of other co-op shooters like Left 4 Dead, for example.
Redfall 让大家看到了求生之路的影子是什么？让这款游戏比较独特的呢？如果你只看战斗的话，你可能会觉得它和求生之路或者 Back 4 Blood 相似。但是这么说的话，真的很看清这款游戏，因为它的战斗是要试图结合各种技能、各种道具。你有不同的角色，你要选择如何利用这些角色的能力。这不是说让玩家告诉玩家这里有一套规则你要用，而是说把这些东西的组合权自由地交到玩家手中。而且世界也一直在变化，是动态的。这些就是 Arcane 的特色，别人做不了，让这个游戏变得很特别。
So I'm excited for Redfall, and you said it here for everyone to see that we're going to be playing together. So I'm going to hold you to that.
Absolutely.
You got the proof. All right.
Can't wait.
Awesome. So let's talk about Elder Scrolls Online.
让我们谈谈老滚 OL。这个同声传译真的很累啊，朋友们。我不是那么有能力。如果有重点，我给大家说一下，否则真的很。
Never been a better time to play a game. Like we all say that. Yes, games always get better. We know that. The thing that we love about where Elder Scrolls Online is going is their ability to continually refresh the experience for players, provide new experiences like going to High Isle, a place they've never been in, an Elder Scrolls game. It does a lot of story and intrigue. There's a lot of politics in High Isle, different factions and the conflict that's going on there. And again, a way that you can jump in and play by yourself and experience it by yourself, even though it's an MMO, but the real special sauce of Elder Scrolls Online is our amazing community. They're so welcoming, they're so helpful. If you need a little bit of help, if you need a lot of help,
老滚 OL 非常的社区非常的好。如果你需要什么，需要一点，乃至需要很多东西，大家都会很热情的帮你。
跟76一样。
无论你是已经玩了8年，还是说刚刚开始，都能得到很好的体验。社区是任何在线游戏的很大一部分。如果有新玩家试图尝试游戏，但是知道有一个支持他们的社区，会很有帮助。 辐射今年25周年了，这是一个巨大的里程碑。
Absolutely, and look, we are as aware of anybody. Like this franchise did not start with Bethesda. It's one
我们知道，我们心里清楚，这个系列并不是由贝塞斯达开始。
To pay homage to like Bethesda Fallout, like no, we mean.
我们这个25周年并不是只想为我们的辐射致意，我们想为所有辐射致意。我们想为原本的辐射1和辐射2致意。现在辐射系列越来越从辐射3、4、新维加斯、76获得更多新的玩家群体。辐射76现在带玩家们来到了匹兹堡。我们将在这一个线上游戏中继续推进剧情和有意义的选择。
Is important in the evolution of Fallout 76, and just honestly how far that game has come from its launch.
剧情和抉择对于辐射76的未来非常重要。辐射76已经成长了很多。我们知道，我们所有的团队都对于辐射76有着很高的希望以及努力。我们所有人都相信着这款游戏。所以，当我们看到原本的辐射76和现在的比较的时候，我们觉得这是真的难以置信的改变。我觉得辐射76的社区是非常棒的，他们不仅给我们提供反配，还支持互相，简直棒的难以置信。这个是我觉得我们能和这么一群玩家互动，是我们非常荣幸的一件事情。看星空的预告片让我觉得 breathtaking， 无法呼吸。各种各样不同的环境，各种各样不同的卫星、太空狗斗、人口城市，所有东西都那么棒。
And it's been the case, honestly, since I worked on Morrowind and Oblivion and all those games that we talked about.
我自从尘封开始工作到现在，包括湮灭，每个员工心里都知道，这是一个巨大的沙盒，它给予玩家们各种各样不同的自由，难以置信的自由。你想玩怎么样的游戏，你想有怎么样的体验，都行。我们没有说你必须要做这些事情。这是一个沙盒创造，是世界所有的一切互动都是取决于你。你是否愿意加入这个阵营？你是否愿意选择这个故事？你是否愿意建基地？你是否愿意改飞船？团队把所有的工具都赋予了玩家们，然后让你来讲述你自己的星空故事。这就是我们游戏和别的游戏的区别。贝塞斯达对于史诗 RPG 的定义是什么？大家对于开放世界有着不同的定义，但是贝塞斯达工作室总是在开放世界上把他们推向最自由的等级。你可以到一家店里，然后看到他们柜台上的武器，你甚至可以把它们放在桶里，然后到卫生间把那些武器偷了。你可以创造混乱。我们不想给太多限制，我们想让玩家看到，哎，我好奇，如果我这么做会怎么样，然后他们就会去试。贝塞斯达工作室试图把玩家推向探索。你甚至可以在这款游戏里专注造船，你也可以试图探索每个星球、每个地点，然后体验每段故事。主线任务是为了带你 了解这个世界，领略这个世界。但是你可以随时停下。有些玩家希望有一点点的引导，但有些玩家希望完全的自由。因为我们没有告诉你你不能做，或者你非要做什么，所以你就可以享受你自己的故事和你如何来玩这个世界，与这个世界来互动。贝塞斯达游戏里有很多时刻是一个玩家享受，而另一个玩家可能没有见过。当你玩完游戏以后和朋友们聊的时候，你们就会聊，哎，我也做了那个任务，但是我玩的方式和你完全不一样，我的结果也和你完全不一样，我们发生的事情也完全不一样。我进去把所有的船员都杀了，然后把他们的船抢了。你可以做任何事情。能抢船吗？我操，这昨天可没说这话，我等会要再认真听一遍。我等会要再认真听一遍，因为我重生传译的时候我听的不是很清楚。啊，真的可以偷船，可以偷船，他确定了，可以偷船。他不只可以开自己的船，还可以开别人的船。如果你看老滚5，很多人还在玩，战斗是很大的一部分。不过人们也可以乡村种田、采花、种豆南山下，也是可以的。但是战斗也是很多人在意的一部分。这是一个史诗 RPG， 那里有很多坏人向你开枪，所以有很多的技能来帮助你在战斗中提升自己。还有这次还有船舰战斗。
broad or how deep the rabbit hole goes.
It's going to be so impressive. And you touched on it a little bit, and I want to talk about it because this was watching the video, the demo.
我在看 demo 的时候
it really caught my eyes around the ship. It's not just getting in the ship.
船真的吸引了我。
There's so much behind it.
这船系统有那么多的深度，你可以讲一下。船的所有东西都可以自定义，每一艘船都是可以自定义。护盾、武器。飞船种类，平衡、缺陷、代价，这是一个飞船，这是一个飞船，它们并不便宜，所以你需要什么技能，你需要什么材料，这是很多的选择，根据你决定这飞船。你想自己做还是去买？这些都是各种各样的决定。
Absolutely. I mean, just as you mentioned, the scope, the level of player agency, something that I feel like is going to just make.
你说到这游戏的规模，还有玩家的互动性。
Redfall, ESO, Fallout 76, and Starfield, you all just killing the game.
Yeah, we got a few games coming out.
明年有星红陨落、星空，我们有这么多游戏来。
Now coming up.
谢谢你 Pete。接下来我们将欢迎一些其他团队。让我们来听听世界上最热门的大逃杀游戏之一，这个是《永劫无间》。我这个就先歇歇了啊！啊，中文。
We are glad to share Naraka Blade
哎，别
a unique online multiplayer action game with
刚说中文不用。
As a NetE studio, 24 Entertainment is joining hands with Microsoft
气死我
to bring
但我真的累了，我把
for the first time.
星空
You could play the game on
这次透露了挺重要的消息的，一是你船的部件不只可以买，还可以做，然后二是说船可以偷，哎，船可以偷。这两点很有意思啊。
So well received on the PC platform. I am so grateful to the players for their love and support. As a competitive survival game incorporating a lot of action elements, Naraka features a range of characters with unique personalities. Each hero draws from different civilizations and cultures. Battles allow for a great degree of strategic play. You've got a wealth of melee and ranged weapons to choose from, and a vast map filled with interactive elements to explore.
虽然没放新片，但是确实有一些有意思的。能偷船，那就是我当时就想，那个主角把那一船人做掉以后，是不是能偷船？我说如果不能偷船，那是不是差点意思？结果贝塞斯达的游戏，你永远可以相信这一点啊，你永远可以相信世界的互动性，是吧？那能偷就能偷啊，能偷就能偷。然后船的话，你可以去升技能、采资源自己造，这样你不用付钱，你也可以去买人家现成的。选择都在你，你要把自己的船改成一艘战斗船，还是一艘炮艇，还是一艘货船，还是一艘，甚至就反正你飞船的种类，因为它不是定的，它是每一艘船根据你的改建的，我觉得一个数值的阈值来给你定你的船是哪种级别的，我觉得，所以就很有意思啊。我不知道大家是想要搞一个炮艇、一个货船，还是一个重型战斗艇、轻型战斗艇。甚至科研船，对吧？科研船，我看到有一个那个 lab module 实验室模组。我操！不对，这个有点牛逼！我操 ，fail space！ 我操 ，what the hell！ 我操，这个牛逼啊！不行，这个确实牛逼啊！我操，为什么别的游戏不做这个？我操，照片扫描直接捏人，好家伙！给我直接镇住了 ！Holy shit！ 哎，别的游戏能不能也用这个系统啊？为什么星空不用？
踢到士官长的那段视频。
哎，我希望星空如果有这个就好了，真的。我直接把自己照片放上去，我直接就在游戏里玩我自己。我操，这个多好啊！牛逼，这个牛逼。
Since its release, Naraka Bladepoint has launched its own faction clash game mode with Omni's Nightmare and the thrilling limited time mode.
这个他妈真像，而且你看那 Phil Spencer 一扫，他妈一毛一样，太像了，直接震撼。
We're always listening to our player base, and we're happy to announce that the wait is over. Players will see the first chapter of our campaign mode.Form teams of 3 to take on and massive bosses. Disarming a boss won't be as easy as disarming another player, though. PvP and campaign mode are two entirely different games. Further campaign chapters are also in the works, so we're eager to hear any feedback you have for us.
是的，战役。
We are also working on an Xbox One version and hope to see more players join Naraka later this year.Naraka is launching on Xbox Series X and S and Windows Store on June 23rd, and it's included with Game Pass at launch.
虽然我对于这个武侠没什么兴趣啊，但是起码观感不错，能上得了国际舞台就是很大的进步了。希望这种游戏越多越好，但是我希望不只是武侠，因为我实在对武侠没啥兴趣。
主要是它是大逃杀，不是大逃杀，我觉得
不是大逃杀，我也没啥兴趣。哎，这个游戏昨天就只亮了个 CG 片，是那个历史回合制游戏。今天能不能展示些实机啊？
名字叫什么来着？
哎，不是这个配音，我操！哎，不是这个配音是《The Expanse》里那个联合国秘书长，我靠！这就是他，《The Expanse》里面弹幕里有没有朋友看过《太空无垠》的？浩瀚苍穹、太空无垠、The Expanse 里面的联合国秘书长啊，就这配音，绝对是他。对，阿巴斯拉拉就是他。好，这声音太有辨识度了，好吗？哈。哎呦，他这声音我一听就真的出来。阿巴斯拉拉。啊，您这怎么不就直接出个 The Expanse 的科幻太空策略游戏多好 ？The Expanse 要出那个 Telltale 的 game， Telltale 的游戏，说明他们有想法发力游戏这边。
很多的剧本用的是原来的是
前传，电视剧之前应该是这样。
Dan, Michelle, thank you too for joining us.
还以为 Ara Sarala 要上来，吓
On
死
behalf
我
of the entire studio, we are really excited to be here and finally be able to talk about Ara.
I mean, we all are excited too. You just had the world premiere 2 days ago.
所以这个游戏到底是怎么样
And I have to say, I'm a really, really big history fan. I love me some history, so I've been looking forward to talking to you two about this. Now, we all know this is not your first strategy game, but the vision behind Ara is so ambitious. So tell us more about it. And also for those who are new to Oxide Games, we would love to hear more about the studio as well.
So Oxide Games was founded 9.5 years ago in my basement, actually, from the development leads of Civilization V. And our goal is to push strategy games to the next level.
他们的团队是曾经制作文明5的，他们想要重新推进历史策略回合游戏的边界。我操，你他妈城市天际线还是历史策略游戏啊？等，停。What? 给我看傻了，刚才那几个镜头。
If you're someone who really enjoys history, it's bringing like all the worlds together, all the periods of time together. That's a grand vision.
刚才那个镜头跟城市天际线一样，我操！
这个现代的镜头。
不是，它有路。
就现代
什么意思啊？
How to make the game less about finding that optimal strategy, that optimal path, and really bring in ways to make it more meaningful to the player, make it unique to themselves. So what are different kinds of choices we can bring to the player so that when you play, it's different than when I play?
它这个游戏想注重于玩家本身的选择、本身的体验，而不只是就是策略、下棋，不只是这些。
And Dan, what about you? How does the
还能让你表达你自己的观点。我们制作了一个叫做活力世界的东西。
In a way that felt authentic and cool. So we've spent a lot of effort on making sure that the choices that you make are expressed in a visual way.
我们确定你做的选择会在视觉的方式中呈现出来。你做的选择会在游戏画面上表现出来。
When we founded Oxide, it was to not have to tell the designers, no, you can't do that thing. And so the game is obviously huge. It's just massive. And so it's a very large technological constraint from doing something like that, but we have our own proprietary engine that allows us to really bring this alternate Earth to life.
不是这个看着有点狠啊！
好，你看旁边油管弹幕在刷什么？
什么玩意？我都不看油管弹幕的，一帮神经病，说实话。我不知道这帮人这他妈能不能正常？我懒得看。
我刚才退出去看。
油管弹幕，我跟你们说，你们真的不要嫌 B 站弹幕怎么样 ，B 站弹幕比油管弹幕好1000万倍，真的。
B 站弹幕至少还有点素质。
B 站弹幕素质是油管弹幕的1000万倍，我真的跟你们说，你们去油管上看一看，你就知道 B 站有多好了，真的。我从来不看油管的那个 chat， 就因为是什么人呢？都是。就比如说 Xbox 发布会前面在狂刷那个什么索尼牛逼 Xbox 的垃圾，在索尼发布会一帮人刷 Xbox 牛逼索尼垃圾，然后就吵，然后放一个游戏说这个游戏垃圾不行，在那里狂放那些，哎呦我操，我都不想看，我从来不看的 live chat。
我还能这个。反正蜘蛛是可以贴的。其他的，
这游戏有虫子我就不玩，对吧？玩不了。你说偶尔让我打个虫子算了，这他妈整个游戏全是虫子，我操！那我哪受得了啊，大哥！大哥不怕虫子，我怕，我特别怕虫子。你说你整个游戏里都是虫子，我哪敢玩？
我都不怕，你怎么有？
不是我怎么？我最怕虫子，我是我见过所有人里最怕虫子的人，我什么虫子都怕。 你让我偶尔打一只，你知道76我最怕的东西就他妈就是那个蟑螂蜱虫，但是76起码不是所有怪都是虫子，我就这个游戏里是真的所有怪都是虫子啊，所有天。这选题直接把我给排除了，好像。
We work with the community and take all their feedback and suggestions. I think it's super rad.
For a game developer too, that is a huge thing, just to get people's feedback constantly of what they're liking, what they're not liking, and all those adjustments just make a much better game at the end of the day. We're at that point now that the yard's getting finished, and now we can play through the story. There's a lot of surprises. There's a lot of things that I think players aren't going to expect. And
I think I know what you're talking about. I cannot wait to see players' reactions. I know a lot of players are just waiting for the story to be finished to finally jump into the game. People who played the game previously are also like holding out for more content. I think it's just going to pull a lot of people back in and gain a lot of new players. So Adam, we have the Broodmother from last year. It was like our first big boss. And then we came out with a bunch of mini bosses like Termite King, and the Assistant Manager. But in this trailer, we're showing players the Mantis. What can they expect from this?
So we're super excited to finally show off the Mantis. And I know that's been a big ask from players that they want to see
我实在不行
Mantis in the game.
我看着片儿我都难受
Do we have anything else that the players
看着片儿我都难受
You know, the Mantis is just a little tease of one of the new boss fights, but there's more to come, right? Like potentially many boss
这帮大哥是真的勇，他们敢做这么一款全是虫子的游戏，我也佩服，我也佩服。有很多直接就排除了很多人，真的。
5 million players. That was already super crazy. And then we hit the next milestone of 10 million players still being Xbox.
Doubling it, right?
Yeah, game preview, early access.
That just goes to show that we have a fantastic game. Everyone's just so surprised at like how much ground it has grown.
今天 Xbox B 站上的居然没播，
对，不然搜一圈没有。他是不是他们自己都不知道有？
我真服。 我来给他们当同声传译，但我也就这水平。我刚才同声传译的过程中，应该是翻2句漏1句的，因为我说话的时候我就听不见，对吧
？Community ever,
yeah. 1000万玩家，星空已经过去了。 星空主要是2个点，如果你没有看到，一是你可以偷别人的船，你可以抢别人的飞船；二是你改飞船可以用资源造，你也可以去买，主要是这一些。然后他们讲了一下，星空会秉承贝塞斯达的那种不强迫玩家做事，然后有各种各样的隐藏的机制、反应，以及这种 自由度吧，就是主线任务啊、支线任务啊，这些系统和以前一样，不会逼着你去做，你可以随时停一下，你可以把主线完全就当做一个带你导览世界的，然后你可以就是重心放在多姿多彩的支线任务上，甚至一直都不做主线，就那种以前你玩毕设的方式，它基本意思是这一次都会还在。 就你可以主线玩到一个地方直接停一下，去探索世界、开拓疆土、改造飞船、成为跑货大亨，然后过一段时间再回来玩主线，反正随你便。世界不会因为你不玩主线就给你停滞住之类的，不会有那种事情，不会因为你不玩主线就给你锁很多区域，可能 主线涉及的区域肯定不能让你随便进，如果有的情况下，但是绝大部分的地方都是不会有阻拦你的，不会有东西去阻拦你。
Thank you for having me.
就像辐射76、辐射4，你可以一开头就跑到地图另一边去，没有人阻拦你，看你能不能活得下来而已，就那种感觉。不像很多游戏是一开始给你放到一个，比如说孤岛惊魂嘛，孤岛惊魂就是你不推进去不了。 就经常这种，但是星空这种游戏就是你一开头你就爱去哪去哪。
Don't you think that our organizations have a lot in common, dedicated to bringing flight to everyone? And
I was looking for the spirit of St. Louis, which is in the Smithsonian ever since 1928, and the Smithsonian was gracious enough they gave us
净水器大亨是吧？30个基地同时产出。
But as Nick and I kept talking, it was very clear.
星空已经过去了。
Foremost museum for air and space, the Smithsonian. And Microsoft celebrating its 40th anniversary. It's a match made in heaven, and there's lots of things we can do.
Yeah, authenticity, accuracy, access.
我们过几天会开始微软模拟飞行的鹈鹕号环游世界系列，如果大家想看的话，可以关注。我知道我现在开的坑巨多，但是我们会开一个模拟飞行的系列，我们开着鹈鹕号去世界各地的城市旅行，这么一个系列，也会直播应该。
感觉我都快下了有200G 了。
这航天飞机啥意思啊？哪天把航天飞机也整进来啊？
就是说最近加入那些旧飞机的这些，
他是意思要把这些都加进来了吗？暗示微软多给点钱。
他不是把那个
今天内容不多，今天基本是每个游戏讲了讲创作历程之类的。星空就刚才我说的2点，星空第一点是能抢别人的飞船，能偷偷开走别人的飞船。第2点是可以飞船建造，既可以自己采集资源用技能来造，也可以去市场上买部件。
啥也可以再抢部件。
然后讲了一下他们的系统，简单。对，能抢吗？那我就不知道了。好吧，
比如说我抢了别人船，把这部件拆下来装。
啊？难道有这种玩法？
我说如果有了，
确实哦，抢别人的船进基地里拆光，我靠，太
拆光啥？
不过他说能抢别人的船，可没说能拆光啊。这个我们还要拭目以待。我操，模拟飞行太漂亮了，我等不及。
我是去看风景。
对呀，肯定啊，就看各个城市的地标。啊，中文更新快上线了，好像中文更新什么时候上线了？
原本说是4月份，后来推迟了，推到哪里？
不，我刚才一瞬间把右边这人看成萝卜了。
And we're bringing back some of the airports that were in those editions. So it's a real celebration of the franchise.
So this celebration is not only of the franchise, but
别 NPC 还偷主角，你这前76的偷武器不够是吗？
wrote a brand new fluid dynamic system to make all that work.
马桶
We're adding gliders, which is a completely different way to experience the planet. It's just you and the wind.
我操，风力飞机、滑翔机，
这个我觉得好像已经有。这个好像也有，我以为认不出型号。
Now. How do I get this?
If you're on Game Pass, if you already own Flight Sim, the 40th anniversary edition is a free upgrade.
This has just been an incredible experience, seeing all these planes and going through the history and everything that's.
这模拟飞行这一次就是2020这个版是，估计是因为 Game Pass， 所有那些以前对这类游戏完全不会试的人全都进去试。
It's been wonderful. Thank you so much.
当然，它是那个叫的空间也忒大。110
模拟飞行是真的次世代游戏，就是我觉得现在只有2个游戏能称得上次世代。第一个微软模拟飞行，第2个半条命 Alex， 没有别的。在这2个游戏的技术见度，不，地平线都不行，因为这2个游戏的技术是以前世代就是完全不是一个东西了，它的概念是一种。这个时代最新的科技带来的无法实现的可能性，以前根本 Alex 和这个微软模拟飞行，它是200个 PB 的卫星数据，这种以前是不敢想的。200 PB 的卫星数据通过串流，包括别的一些方式，而且它居然是实时对应气象图，实时对应航班，就这种现实和虚拟世界交融起来的无比真实的，以前是不可能的。还有 Alex 也是。就在这2个游戏面前，别的那些游戏次不次世代就是什么，就是画面好不好，动作流不流畅没了。 但是你想想，他们这2个游戏的进化尺度是什么？是以前完全不可能，以前没有这种事情。所以我觉得在这两个游戏真正的次时代，看完这2个游戏以后，别的都差点意思。如果你玩过半条命 Alex， 真的朋友们，你如果有机会，你一定要去玩半条命 Alex。我玩完半条命 Alex 以后，我真的觉得所谓的什么主机次时代，都完全没法给 Alex 带来的革命性体验相比。那人家是革命性，你这些次时代只是优化，只是进步，人家呢 Alex 是革命性所以真的，我觉得 Alex 没有拿当年的年度游戏，简直就是那些游戏大奖瞎了眼。真的，如果我绝对就没有游戏能和 Alex 给我的震撼相比，没有，太牛逼了 Alex。完全另一个维度的东西。我玩完 Alex 我就知道电子游戏的未来能有多么美好。
那个就是 Rick and Morty 那个创始那个制作人也是配音。
他为什么要来做个游戏呢？不是，他为什么要来突然做个这种3D 大？
他之前也做过 VR 的，就是这种风格的类型。
所以这游戏到底是不是 Rick and Morty 宇宙的？不是，是吧？
但这风格是。就是这种带点恶心的。
execute. But that's why, like, that's part of why you want to start Squanch, right? Is like to be able to have an idea like that and let it grow to something amazing. And to be able to be.
他说他是一直那种有很多主意的人，有很多想法创意的人，但是他没法去很好的执行。所以他创造这个工作室，就是希望他有一个团队能一起把他的想法执行出来。
And now we're on this absolutely dream game. This is like our real legit get like a proper, you know, like this is like our AAA like.
这是我们的3A 游戏，虽然它还是比较像独立。Triple I game 是什么意思啊？3I 游戏
aliens who come in and kidnap humans and start selling them on the black market like they're drugs, and you're the one human.
这个游戏我太有兴趣了，天，太绝了！
Select a cartel leader that you're going to go after, like it opens the portal door.
这真的，如果它这个上面带个 Rick and Morty 都没有问题，画风完全一样。
Tell us a little bit about the worlds of the game, the art style of the game, the visuals.
最喜欢藏彩蛋。
Yeah, so we spent a lot of time kind of constructing and creating these awesome alien worlds. Myself and Mikey Spano, who's our art director, him and I worked like a ton on the sort of art direction of the game. He really kind of landed in this space, which was kind of Blade Runner meets the Muppets.
什么 Blade Runner meets the Muppets?
Especially our aliens. And then each world is its own kind of unique flavor.
同时加外星人加机器。
但是你有没有发现一件事情？目前绝大部分的外星人啊，都是虫子或者恐龙。 就全是虫子或者恐龙，这一点是确实的。星空也是这样，无人升空也是这样，质量效应也是这样啊，就是人、虫子、恐龙。因为说实话，我们人类的想象力也就到这个，我们也没见过，所以很难设计出真的说那种真的很难。
就想到那个质量效应那个水母外星人，
对，质量效应水母。 然后 Rackney， 然后就是人形，突瑞不就是那么恐龙人吗？蜥蜴人，蓝妹妹就是头发变成了那个的人呢，所以其实之前我看到有朋友说星空的那个外星生物设计也缺乏想象，这个确实，就是设计外星生物太难了。 你说，
真的是
我们人类无法想象自己没见过的东西，能想象的那是天才。 能想象出自己没见过的东西的，那是真的是天才，是万里挑一。但是绝大部分人是没法想象出一种说我见到他，我想我怎么以前想象不出他们，我们没法做出这种东西，所以就会越来越乏味。太空游戏越多，我们就会发现全是虫子、恐龙、虫子、恐龙、虫子、恐龙，海洋生物、虫子、恐龙、海洋生物、虫子、恐龙、海洋生物。
克系的东西我们没有想象过。
克系不全是一群海洋生物吗？虾兵蟹将，就
那也是就是
你看克苏鲁就是大章鱼，大章鱼配了双翅膀，对吧？其实也就想象力也就这样，这个没办法。不过就是有些想象力上更进一步的游戏，就能在美术风格上获得很多的关注。比如说灭世，我觉得灭世的风格就很牛逼，对吧？灭世对外星生物的就很牛逼，但是绝大部分外星人嘛，还就是你说大家喜欢质量相应的蓝妹妹，她蓝妹妹不就是人类吗？靠，蓝妹妹不就是人类，但除了头发有区别以外，别的一点区别没有。这个真是省事，我去，真省事。然后你看光环野猪兽、豺狼人，好家伙，都是地球上动物变了个样。
非得看，
这什么游戏啊！我操！
像是那种黎明杀机。
哦，应该是非对称对抗，看起来。
就是
德州电锯杀人狂啊！电锯，这部电锯一直拿着电锯。靠，真是德州电锯杀人狂啊 ！Texas Chainsaw Massacre。Game Pass。全是 Game Pass， 这整场发布会就没有不是 Game Pass 的，我操！
之前有不是 Game Pass， 因为那时候
免费的，不是我说那个《守望先锋2》不是，但是是免费的。全是 Game Pass，
免费的。
黑曜石的中世纪模拟器，这是一个剧情冒险游戏。
这挺有意思。
You play a character named Andreas Mahler, who is an artist working at the Benedictine Abbey. He gets involved in a series of murders and scandals.
这画风挺有意思。
Over a period of about 25 years.
它连字体都是那种很漂亮，很漂亮。
Specifically referring to paintings in which there's an older painting underneath the painting that you see on the top. And if you scrape away the top layer, you see what was left behind. This has a bunch of significance. Obviously, you're playing a painter.
对哦，黑曜石宣誓都没有亮，然后直接开新项目。这老哥是真的工作狂，都是。你看343恨不得给自己一个游戏都别做，你再看看黑曜石，人家都做4个。343今天敢不敢出来？343昨天都不敢来，今天敢不敢来了？
你告诉他来了，放手。
你们作为微软的最大的第一方工作室，你们干啥呢？343，你不是。星空里那个文物啊，是3个光环，但是3个光环不代表你343就不用来了。人家 BGS， 人家做的不是光环，你做的是光环，你能不能上来一次？某一些工作室真的是气死我。我给光环无限氪了最大的包，结果他半年更新一个赛季，他连皮肤都没更新几个吸引人的。我给他充了110加币，我到现在还剩70加币没花出去，甚至因为他连皮肤都没有什么吸引人的，我真的是冤种。
直接把我拿去卖。模拟飞行的 marketplace 那些东西，我多好。
343已经彻底完了。真的，全地球摸鱼之王，整个地球上摸鱼之王就343，太能摸了。狂魔，都不知道那么多人，好几百上千人在那干啥呢？到底天天在办公室拿杯咖啡，办公室倒杯咖啡就是上班。 这个是黑曜石的一个中世纪故事驱动游戏。这很快发售了，今年年内就发。As Dusk Falls 很有意思。这个游戏画风巨有意思，我必玩。这游戏画风太棒了，还真没人做过，这种油画风格的定格动画，我能这么说吗？这是啥风格啊？
油画吗？
美漫也不是美漫啊，这到底啥风格啊？这就是那种那种插画 pop， 就是以前那种波普，也不是，反正那种插画风格的定格动画游戏，巨奇怪啊，巨牛逼的，巨细腻。对，这是一个剧情选择游戏。这是一个叙事驱动的选择游戏。Fargo 怎么会提到 Fargo？ 那不是冰雪暴吗？很牛逼的一个美剧，我没看过，但我听说口碑很好。冰雪暴，他们可能是意思是从那个灵感来自于。对，电影互动游戏，这个游戏可以8人联机，朋友们。我很好奇，8个人怎么联机，估计巨有意思。我觉得这不是那种 party game 吗？就是 party 上你叫8个朋友来，然后就玩这个游戏，我操，巨有意思哎。8个人不同角色，每个人一个不同角色，不同选择，听起来就很有意思。
集系列也是吧，也是多人，可以让一起。
我就喜欢这种敢于创新的工作室。独特的东西。
But the important part here is the word interactive. The players are very much needed to help the character on their journey and decide what's going to happen to them, help them grow and change.
It's not like there's one golden path. There's so many different ways through the story.
不会，星空已经播完了。
And then you get to like different story and different ending, and you feel like you actually are achieving something and shaping.
凭票是什么？应该是买一份游戏能8个人，能本地8个人玩吧？线上就不知道。线上买一份给8人玩也太离谱。这个。 线下肯定是能8个人，线上我不知道要不要单独买合作的。不是，人家有 Game Pass， 人家有 Game Pass， Game Pass 完事了。现在玩游戏的怎么能不订 Game Pass 呢？怎么能不订 Game Pass 呢？看这么多好游戏，每个月都有好游戏上来，不订 Game Pass 可是太亏了。除非你有钱，那当我没话说。
experience, so 1 to 8 players, because we wanted to draw in people.
哦，他应该不是8个人投票，他是应该是每个角色分给一个人，我觉得是那种。
一个人，
对，每个人操控。
一个人控制多个角色。
不过有可能是 AI 会，你可以我不知道，但具体不知道。如果一个人是什么？
有选择。
你看他们每个人拿个手柄，还有人拿手机，说明他有个手机 app 可以联动。 你用手机 app 就可以操控这个游戏的选择。哎，不对，是投票，是投票。你看上面有那个，哎，这到底怎么？那投票这么多，怎么个投法？
这个那个，
这个等具体出来看。
找到的2个人，就是复数人的时候怎么投票的，不一样的。
只是近黄昏 ，As Dusk Falls。
现在好像已经可以归手。
8人剧情，8人电影互动游戏，7月19就发售了。
RPG 上面有，Xbox 机上已经有。
史莱姆农场2。
哎，这个挺好，也挺好玩，玩了好久。 有这么飞对。
其实他这个发布会像是正常游戏的发布会节奏，昨天那个就从头播片播到尾，中间就2个人出来说，但是由于太长了，他也不想搞他们发布会搞3个小时，到时候，所以就分成俩了，一些没那么重磅的放在后面。这个昨天没有，这个昨天没有。
不过这个之前就已经宣布。
有几个昨天没有的，之前啊不是那他们英灵神殿主机版昨天没有，开始。
这个时候哪个喂史莱姆？
所以这史莱姆也不只有史莱姆，是吗？
就是史莱姆，各种史莱姆。红色是最基础版本的。
游戏太多了。
杂交史莱姆。
不是，就我说你想玩什么类型的游戏，XGP 里都有。你想玩什么类型的游戏都有啊！你就算你喜欢索尼那种，你还是应该买 PS5啊。但是我意思是说，就算你喜欢那种，你都有《瘟疫传说》这种游戏可以等，马上就出《瘟疫传说2》，也非常棒。就什么游戏都有，更别提别的了。车枪球那基本盘，模拟游戏一大堆，各种独立游戏，电影叙事的，平台跳跃的，解谜的。还有那种这个养成的 RPG 的沙盒的，一切都有，什么都有。对 JRPG 现在也加的越来越多了。就我可以爆言一句啊，我直接就爆言一句，如果 XGP 里没有你喜欢玩的游戏，就是如果你一个都找不到。那你是不喜欢玩游戏，真的。就如果 XGP 里没有你喜欢玩的游戏，你可能说我都玩过了，对吧？人家硬核玩家可能都玩过了，除了那些新游戏以外。但如果有人说 XGP 里没有他喜欢玩的游戏，他就是不喜欢玩游戏，没有借口，没有借口。不是，现在400款游戏怎么可能有他不喜欢玩的呢？怎么可能？他只可能他已经玩过了。如果他跟你说XGP 的游戏他都不喜欢玩，他就是不喜欢玩游戏，就不用和他说别的话。这是 Major Nelson。
Australia passport. I need a passport. Where's my passport? Passport.
跟我一样。
其实我希望哪一天能恢复线下发布会。我本来人生的愿望之一就是能去一次 E3 现场，结果赶不上 ，E3 都要没了，E3 都他妈要没了，我还没去上呢。我永远比别人少一个体验。以前那种游戏盛会，在洛杉矶，所有游戏厂商齐聚一堂的盛会，我再也体验不到。我真的不希望 E3 消失，说实话，我觉得 E3 挺好的。提供一个整个行业的狂欢盛典多好，太可惜了。我恢复了，很多厂商都不来了，这个现在恢复了的 E3 已经再也不是以前的 E3， 很多厂商全都跑着自己办。科隆更少，科隆内容更少。E3 就是最大爆点，像以前那种发布会现场好几千人坐在那里。特别是当时 Xbox 发布那个向下兼容的时候，那种全场的欢呼声、尖叫声，再也体验不到了。而且一场接着一场，微软隔壁就是 EA 隔壁就是索尼，再也没有了。游戏界再也没有这么大规模的线下聚会了，太可惜。
哇！
是，但自己办就没那个气氛了。就谁都自己办的话，你想以前 E3 就是这边刚开完那个 EA 发布会，然后那边微软开始排队，然后整个场馆里人声鼎沸，几百家游戏厂商都在这个地方。我真的觉得那是属于玩家的 属于整个游戏行业的一种团结的体现，甚至但以后再也看不到所有人都自己出去搞，时间也不一样，地方也不一样。
Our fans have been telling us for years about how much they loved Forza Horizon 3's Hot Wheels expansion. So we've been waiting for the right time to bring everyone another Hot Wheels adventure. Forza Horizon 5 presented the perfect opportunity to bring Hot Wheels to life like never before with the power of the Xbox Series X and S.
It really does sound like the perfect time for Forza Horizon and Hot Wheels. So I'm wondering if you can tell us a little bit more about what to expect being in the clouds of Mexico this time.
Yes, you travel to the clouds above Mexico to visit the Hot Wheels Park, which is comprised of over 200 kilometers of the fastest, most extreme tracks yet. Once there, you'll join the Hot Wheels Academy and set out to take on Forza Horizon's most extreme racing yet and prove yourself a Hot Wheels legend.
Go.
As well as the iconic orange Hot Wheels track, you'll take on new driving experiences across gravity-defying magnet tracks, as well as ice, water flume, and rumble tracks.
So we spoke loads about biomes in the build-up to Forza Horizon 5's launch. Are we expecting something similar in Forza Horizon 5 Hot Wheels as well?
Yes, so we're truly
微观的没有讲那个神鬼预言怎么样。
when we look at Forza Horizon 5 Hot Wheels all new biomes. The amount
这次发布会其实很多工作室都没出来，一大半都没出来。地狱之刃2也没有，天外2宣誓都没有。 然后战争机器6也没有消息。
In Forest Falls, you'll see a tree canopy towering over epic waterfalls. And finally, the visually stunning and exhilarating Horizon Nexus, where the Horizon Festival is suspended.
夺宝奇兵也没有，对。
And there's more, because new players can jump into Forza Horizon 5 Hot Wheels as early as possible during the main game's initial experience.
微软的神秘海域要来。
So in Event Lab, you'll have the freedom to design, build, and share using the new Hot Wheels Creation Kit. That's over 80 new
吓我一跳 Creation Kit 我直接 DNA 的。 吓我一跳 ，Todd Howard 出来了。
我第一反应想到的是光环的4模式还没出。
343就别343简直是让人无法启齿，连个 Forge 都不敢亮。
We have 10 new amazing cars coming to the pack, including 4 new Hot Wheels cars, which have been scaled up to real-life proportions. We have the Diora 2, the Bad to the Blade, the Baja Bone Shaker, and the Chevrolet Hot Wheels Copo Camaro. Forza Horizon 5 Hot Wheels introduces the most extreme tracks we've seen yet in Forza, so we've added some new extreme track toys and hypercars to go with them. I want to call out the Hennessy Venom F5 and the Mosler MT900 GT3. Their speed is unlike anything we've seen before.
So we know Forza Horizon 5 fans naturally love co-op.
So, in a first for Forza, you can join up with your friends and play from the very start of the experience in co-op. You and your friends will then take on a new campaign, moving your way up through faster and faster car classes until you unlock the extreme speed of X-Class and become a Hot Wheels legend. You can also choose to take on the world in Horizon Open or team up with your friends to take on a team of drivatars in the Horizon Tour.
Ooh, I absolutely love that. Final question now, though. When can we expect to play?
Yes, so Forza Horizon 5 Hot Wheels releases on July 19th on Xbox Series X and S, Xbox One, Windows PC, and Steam.
Mike, thank you so much for joining me. This has been so much fun, and I cannot wait to play.
怎么说出那么多台词？打斗人。
jelly beans in different shapes and styles.
定格。这个定格有点搞笑。
即将到来的是我的世界传说。这好，
33你还敢？
是，哎，微软发布会上出现了好几次光环，唯独没有343的影
子。仿佛是
光环靠别家，343和我光环和我343有什么关系？光环和我343有什么关系？
你找士官长跟我343有什么关系？
就是
鬼面兽。
微软发布会上出了2次光环了，都和343没有关系。你到处搁那联动，自己的事儿不干好，到处搁那联动，气死我了。
I'm here with Dennis Rees from Mojang Studios, who has just released the world premiere trailer of Minecraft Legends. Dennis, welcome to the show. So happy to have you. I mean, this is a really exciting time for the team. Let's talk Minecraft as a whole, though. That game, I have nothing to back this up, but I feel like everyone on the planet's played Minecraft at this point.
他说他觉得整个星球上所有人都已经玩过了 Minecraft.
The recently revealed Minecraft Legends. So one, tell me a little bit about what it means for the team to actually be able to.
就我认识的不玩游戏的朋友都起码玩过 Minecraft， 真的，起码在某个时间点玩过 Minecraft。这游戏是真的，
大部分都听过。
就只要你听说过电子游戏，你就肯定听说过《我的世界》啊。就已经到这种地步了。所以他这游戏到底是什么玩法？感觉有点怪怪，无双还是啥呀
？That is welcoming for people who may have not played Minecraft, but also people who have. And I mean, you've seen the trailer. It's about going and traveling through these beautiful biomes, exploring this world that is familiar, so mysterious.
他说是动作策略，不是 RTS。动作策略是个啥意思？
你可以打怪，也可以领兵打怪。
哦，对，有可能是带兵打仗那种吧。
You're going to probably want to build some alliances with some unexpected friends because they're going to help you actually defeat the big ones and send them back.
还可以招募那些
to make a game that's both for fans of Minecraft that exist and new fans coming in. Minecraft can go in so many different directions, I feel like, with a new game. What made you choose action strategy?
Well, it really was many
action
years ago,
strategy.
A group of folks at Mojang sitting around talking about what game genres they really enjoy. And action and strategy were the most popular ones that came up. And so we started to think about who we could partner with to build that experience. And that's where we came into BlackBerry Interactive. And that was back in 2018. And, the project was codenamed Badger. And an interesting little fact for many of those people that might follow Minecraft, if you go back to Minecon 2018 and you look at the shirt that Jens Berenskin was wearing, you'll see a graphic on there, and it's in the shape of a badger head. And really, that was meant to be an Easter egg for years forward, which here we are now.
I gotta say, I love a good Easter egg. Now, where would you say that Minecraft Legends fits in the overall Minecraft universe?
Well, the Minecraft universe is just always growing and expanding. And if it's not from our partner communities, then it's from Mojang. Like you mentioned, Minecraft Dungeons. That's a great example where Mojang went out and we built this dungeon crawler experience in the Minecraft universe. And players love it. It's wonderful. We're trying to do something similar, really. And here we're going to be introducing a narratively driven world with a whole bunch of new characters and a lot of other things that I'm not ready to share right now.
Dennis, I thought we were friends. You can share it with me and everyone watching. No? Okay, I won't pry anymore. But tell us when the game is coming out.
他说我们是朋友，你可以多说点。
It's coming out in 2023 on PC and console on Xbox Game Pass. And if you want to know more, just follow us at Twitter.
十几分钟我都要去上课了，他就要开到什么时候
？Dennis, I'm so excited to jump into Minecraft Legends. Thank you so much for stopping by and giving us the lowdown.
Thanks for having me. Thanks.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy Kirsten, aka Cave on Doom, and we're here. We got a whole lot for y'all to check out, so let's get it in.
为什么温哥华没有啊？ 哎，怎么温哥华没有呢？气死我！
照样去，请假请2天。
我他妈，我再给大家拍个 vlog 多好，没去成。他在温哥华早去。
I couldn't believe when I was here on site that I would get to meet the real Master Chief.
Experience here, out of this world. It was really cool to see. I'm gonna go get my nails done because they have a nail station and these things need to be painted.
我操，人家还有吃的，线下的光环。哎呀，整场发布会的光环都和343没有关系。有是有挺多，但都不是343来搞。
Great experiences overall. Catch you in the next one.
应该结束了吧？啊 ，India 的 Xbox 混剪。
对，混剪。
我操！哎，这不是那个吗？这不是国产的那个吗？
这就是每天来着。
对，完 Perfect Day 叫啥来着？完美的一天叫这名字吗？
对。是
有好多国产游戏。不错，挺好。又有什么猫赛博？怎么这么多猫赛博游戏？菲律宾的做饭模拟器，对，打五花肉模拟器。四之歌录了好多次啊。
但我实在玩不来。
I'm joined now by Sarah Bond, who leads the gaming ecosystem organization here at Xbox. Sarah, it's so great to have you.
It is awesome to be here, and
it's
so great to see you too.
Yes, I'm super excited for this conversation because, as we know, game creators are crucial to Xbox's success. And whenever you talk about them, it's with such passion and tenacity. I love it, and it sounds super important to you and the rest of Team Xbox. So my question to you is, how do creators inspire the work that you and your team do?
The creators are just the bedrock of everything we do on my team. You know, when you really think about it, where gaming really comes from is it starts with someone who has a creative idea that they choose to put into a game that we all get to experience and enjoy. And that's really the bedrock of our industry, of what motivates us, is to help those people, those developers, bring their stories out. And we think about it in 3 ways. You know, how do we create a vibrant and engaging gamer community for them to come to through Xbox? What are the set of tools and services that we give them to make it easier and faster and more affordable for them to make it a game? And how do we create a range of business models that they can use? Because a business model really enables them to perform all sorts of different types of innovation.
Yeah, business models, tools, resources, all these provide choices, and it's increasing these choices for not only the developers, but the players themselves as well.
Yeah.
For example, you and your team just announced a new feature that's going to bring game demos to players. Can you tell us a little bit more about Project Moorcroft?
Project Moorcroft. I know. I love these project names. I wish they would just let me name it, but they won't. I know. They won't.
Can we change that?
Well, look, we were sitting around as a team and we were thinking about some of the things that we've always loved the most about the gaming industry. And one of them was, remember when you would go to like a show like PAX or E3, and you would go to the show floor and you get to play a demo or a piece of a game, and the developer would be right there next to you, talking to you about their experience, asking you to try things out, asking you your feedback. And that was one of the things I loved the most about those experiences. We just don't have them as much anymore, you know, in the way that the world has evolved. And so we thought, gosh, how can we make Game Pass like that? Like, how can we use the power of Game Pass, all of the great discovery and player engagement that is in it, and have it create for creators that opportunity to engage with fans early as they're creating their game, and also for players to get to experience something that they're really anticipating. And so that's what we're going to do. We're actually going to have a program that enables developers to take a piece, a level of their game, and put it into Game Pass so that they can get that great feedback, players can engage with them. And we know it's a lot of work sometimes for developers to do that, so we're also going to compensate them for their participation in the program. I'm so excited for what's going to come when we launch that.
I think the one thing that we all miss is that connection, right? And now that we are able to come back into conferences and stuff like that, we still need to deepen it, because by deepening that connection, you're diversifying the voices, and then that in return helps to diversify the games and bring diversity into games. So how will Microsoft help to further that front?
Yeah, we think about it all the time, frankly, as Microsoft, as Xbox, in my team in particular, because creators is core to everything we do. You know, if you think about a game, it enables you to experience a perspective, a point of view, in a way that is deep and immersive, unlike any other form of media. So the importance of everyone having an equal opportunity to share their story and their perspective through a game, and what it means to shaping our perceptions, to what we talk about, to what we believe, to broadening our perspectives is critical, and we think about that all the time. So what we've done as a team is we're continuing to expand the set of developers who we're engaging with and bringing them into the Xbox ecosystem. We've actually more than doubled the number of developers that are making games for Xbox, and we saw lots of those games in the last day, which has been pretty cool. And the other thing that we did this year is, for the first time ever, we actually have a presence in Africa. We have our first Xbox employee in Africa, specifically dedicated to working with creators in the region.
So what message would you like to leave for creators who are interested in starting in the industry?
Yeah, I get that question a lot. People say to me, gosh, I would really like to be part of the gaming industry. I'd love to make a game. How do I break through? How do I get involved? I say, first of all, network, talk to people, meet people, connect with people, just how you and I connected actually at an industry event, which we met at, which was super fun. You know, build that network and that connectivity, because it's so critical. And
他现在开始教大家如何进入游戏行业。
Go to industry conferences like GDC, meet people, learn, try that out. And if you're interested in making a game for Xbox,
如果你想加入游戏行业，就去各种各样的开发者大会。
Xbox Game Developer Kit and get started. And once you have a game concept, you can also submit it online through id@xbox.com, and then you can self-publish to Xbox, which is another great way. And of course, if you actually want to get involved in the industry, all companies are great, but I highly recommend you check out coming to work at Xbox. I'm biased, obviously.
I mean, yeah, you have every right to be so. Sarah, thank you so much for joining us today. And also, thank you to all the viewers for tuning into Extended. We've heard from so many amazing developers on today's show. Now, before we finish, is there anything else you'd like to share with us?
We were talking earlier about the importance of people being able to tell their story through a game and how incredibly powerful it is. I mean, when we were talking about that, I was thinking about an experience we've had as a team that's been very touching for me. So, you know, a couple of years ago, we started really consciously extending the depth and breadth of content that we have in the Xbox ecosystem. And it was through that I got to know the team making Stalker 2 really well. Last year in the Xbox Game Showcase, and it was just incredible. And you know, the thing was, when I was looking at that game last year, and I was looking at the story that they were telling, and they were talking about the beauty of the land and their dedication to their culture and their country, and I thought, wow, this is a cool game. This is a compelling story. But sitting here today, you know, recognizing that that team is Ukrainian, they were based in Kiev, looking at that story and what they were showing to the world just feels entirely different and far more poignant and visceral to me. You know, this is a team who's talking about their culture, talking about fighting for the existence of being a nation, of being a people, of having their own language. And now we all, as a world, have gotten to see how tenuous that, in fact, is. And it's an honor, frankly, to be part of this industry and to have the opportunity to uplift their voices and to let their story be told through a gaming experience, especially knowing what we know now about the situation in Ukraine. And as part of that, they actually shared with us something that they wanted us to share with all of you today as part of the show.
以下内容可能会含有观众觉得敏感的内容，请酌情观看。
肌肤。
GSC 工作室1公里处。
又了。
Здесь кипела работа, идеи, она не останавливалась. 3 месяца назад началась война России с Украиной.
Вот рабочий день начинается в тревоге.
Сейчас сильных обстрілів ми лежимо в укриття.
Це переноска для мого кота, який загинув ще в перший тиждень війни.
Ходишь вечером, сирена, выходишь днем, сирена. Днем еще работать надо, поэтому особо не выйдешь, а вечером все время вот так.
Це моє робоче місце.
Вже 3-й місяць я живу і працюю в коридорі. Зі мною живе одноокий пес, врятований з-під обстрілу в Гостомелі. Зараз мені важко писати квести про війну, коли вона йде навколо.
Так работает в перерывах между сиренами і волонтерськими задачами.
Світ ще побачить, наскільки в нас класна культура, і в тому числі, наскільки класні ігри ми можемо робити.
Меня зовут Александр. Я являюсь сотрудником компании ЖСК. Я с Мариуполя. С начала боевых действий была потеряна связь с моими родными и близкими. И это непередаваемое, ужасное чувство, когда ты не знаешь, живы они или нет.
Я Дмитро Ясенєв, розробник Сталкера. Ніколи не міг уявити, що в 21 столітті, в центрі Європи, може статися повномасштабна війна.
Я Олексій Іванов, ком'юніті-менеджер проекту Сталкер 2. Зі зброєю в руках захищаю свою країну від російської агресії.
Привіт, я Макс, наративний дизайнер гри Сталкер 2. Після перемоги я до неї повернуся.
Побачимось на релізі. Слава Україні! Story many of our colleagues are currently unable to publicly share their experiences. Support Ukraine in blue and yellow. We're proud to share with you who did it. Let's start too.
Last question, Dr. Dallin. Are you sure the perimeter surrounding the zone is really enough? If a powerful emission were to occur, we would...
Listen, the zone has remained stable for years. Besides, we didn't establish the most advanced institution in human history without first guaranteeing its safety. As the head of the Scientific Institute for Research of the Chernobyl area, or CERCA for short, I believe the wonders that we will bring to the world far outweigh the potential risks.
How big are these risks exactly?
The zone reveals a whole new world. We can stick with the old one, fearing change. But tell me, do you want our descendants to remember us as cowards? Or as those who dared to venture forward to a new, better humanity?
Evacuated. I remind our listeners that a similar incident happened in our region quite recently, ruining homes and livelihoods. However, city officials urge people to stay calm, assuring them the situation is totally under control.
OK，
可以了，
上课去了。